What's up, everyone out there in YouTube? Welcome to my Cowboys family. Another Cowboys update on the way right now on this live stream, guys. I am just going to do a couple of things and test this. What's up? Zero God loading. Nice to see you back. Let me get this thing, making sure it's working properly. All the audio and such is ready to roll, and then we can go on here. We've got a couple of updates, guys. What's up, Zach? How you doing? Ancient Brooks, hey, what's up? Give me a minute and we shall start. Guys, I hope you all had a good day. Thank you for joining myself. The rest of the family is busy right now, so I'm taking a little bit of time out of mine and to report to you guys today's news for the Cowboys. So make sure this is working. Let me know, guys, if it's not working, if you don't hear me. What's up, Rack City? Yeah, I'm going to go over everything right now, guys. A few updates, no big deal. But, of course, everything is a big deal to us in Cowboy land, any and every, update. Nah. So, guys, listen, we're going to start with Zeke today. I think everything sound all right, guys? You hear me out there? What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing? I'm trying to get through this here, guys, and I got some news right now about the shootout here. Let me just make sure this is working. Good. All right, guys, we got you. I think you can hear me all right. Here we go, guys. First of all, just so you know, my daughter watched the Cowboy game earlier this afternoon. She had not seen the game. She only knew the final score. Check that video out and, give it a like. Let me know what you think. It is her reaction to the game. She did not see that Cole Beasley play. She did not see any of the way the game went down. So she definitely, obviously enjoyed it. You can see her watching that on the earlier video from today. And just so you guys know, I have completed editing the video for the compilation, the best of our reactions from the Hurricane Irma Sunday night Giants Cowboy football game. That's going to be set out very soon. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it now, so might be later tonight. Let me know if you guys want to see that. It has some really good parts of yelling, most of the time happy, and also a couple funny lines in there that I did not realize happened during the stream, guys. So good, you hear me fine. Amy can fly. What's up? Zero God loading. I'll be back and watch the mic'd up between Dallas Cowboys and Giants. Yeah, that's on NFL Network. I'm going to watch that a little later tonight. Come back and catch us here, Zero God. Now I'm going to start off with Z, guys. The NFL spokesman, Joe Lockhart, and I mentioned this in the earlier stream, but I'm going to make sure I re-mention this. He said that I would assume Ezekiel Elliott will play Sunday against the Broncos. There are other legal steps this week, but he'll play, meaning that they're kind of, the NFL is kind of with this appeal that they put in on Monday. They're trying to really hasten this so that it's done before Week 3 against the Cardinals. Because if they're gonna win this appeal and get Zeke back on a suspended 6-game suspension, this means that they want to get him. They already missed the deadline for the Denver game, so he's playing this weekend, guys. That's set in stone. 4:00, 4:30, or I think it's 4:00 East Coast time. But he also said, Lockhart, this NFL spokesman, and guys, take it with as what it is. He's representing the NFL. But they asked him about, will Zeke be able to play the entire 2017 season, and he said, I wouldn't say it's likely, but I'd say that there's a chance of that happening. And that's their way of saying that I think we're kind of screwed here. So, guys, with nothing else big from the Zeke side of things. So we'll move on from that. I hope you guys are happy with that, because it's better than hearing more of the stories that keep dragging his name and other people's names through the mud. And just the better that we hear less, the less we hear of this, the better for the Cowboys team, in my opinion, and less hanging over their heads. But we'll see, guys. Probably next week, and that's the thing. The timeline of this whole thing is looking like next week is going to be very critical for Zeke and playing the rest of this season. So, again, there's a high chance of that. 99% I've said, maybe 95 now. I'm not sure, but there's a high chance, a high probability he's going to play this season, the entire season. But next week, after this Denver game, is going to be a very determining factor. There's going to be a couple of legal factors that are going to determine whether or not he's going to be able to play the entire season, or if he's going to be hindered with this hanging over his head, and he's going to have to file another appeal back, or another challenge back. I don't know. It's going back and forth in the courts, guys. Tobias, what's up? How you doing? Yes, Rack City. We're gonna get with Jordan Lewis here in a second, but I did want to mention that about Zeke. I also want to quickly say something about Tyrone Crawford, guys. He played very well for limited time on Sunday night. He was involved in a couple tackles and a couple pressures on the quarterback. He was stated that he said that his ankle that he looked like it broke in training camp a couple weeks ago, that it feels a lot better than expected, guys. So that's great news from him, and he played well. He looked healthy, and the more guys on that defensive line we have, the better. Now, guys, Orlando Scandrick. So you guys know his surgery went fantastic. They put a metal plate in his left hand. It was a slight fracture. Same injury that DeMarco Murray had, guys, in 2014, if you remember. And he's a running back, so he's probably taking more hits to his hand, more dangerous than something like Orlando Scandrick. And DeMarco Murray was able to play the following week. He didn't miss a game. So, again, Cowboys are targeting week 3 against the Cardinals for Orlando Scandrick to definitely 100% be back. But they're already talking he's day-to-day. And the surgery went well, so they're saying that there is a chance he's far from being ruled out against the Denver Broncos. But we have to still wait and see. Also, we have to see our other cornerback situation, guys, and that leads me to the rookie guys, Chidobe Awuzie, who tweaked his ankle on basically the second to the last play of the game against the Giants on his tackle on Brandon Marshall's only catch of the game. So he did tweak his ankle. You can see him on the last play. He was actually limping off the field. It looked worse than it probably was because he was out there today playing full contact, full pads, felt fine. He said he felt fine afterwards, but we weren't sure. You never know with these lingering little injuries. And again, he's been injured like 2 or 3 times already in training camp. So another injury is the last thing we needed from him, especially from our cornerback position. So it looks like he's gonna be back full strength against the Broncos. Again, guys, he played in practice today. Jordan Lewis, guys, he was in practice yesterday. He was back at practice again today, guys. Full pads. He's out there hitting. That's a great sign. He's going to be playing this weekend against the Denver Broncos. So, guys, that's great. We're going to have, Cheeto is going to be still there with Nolan Carroll, Anthony Brown, who looked fantastic, I got to say. And, and now we're going to have Jordan Lewis there for sure. And then Orlando Scandrick still might be there, guys. So we got 5 reasonably good cornerbacks to be able to hold things down against a subpar, I would say subpar Denver offense in general, guys. I mean, they don't really have any as far as the quarterback is where I'm thinking. And again, their offensive line is not the greatest, guys. They do have Ronald Leary. We'll talk about him in a minute, but he was on a concussion. He's on a concussion protocol. He probably is not going to play this weekend, guys. Our old friend from our left guard, Ronald Leary. But we'll talk about him in a minute. So let me see here. Let me just see a couple of you guys' questions, guys, because it's not too much news. I'm going to try to run through all the information, get some questions from you guys. So let's see here. So Jordan Lewis, Iraq City, I just mentioned. Great news about Jordan Lewis. Tobias from Argentina. Zero God, did you get a running back? Yeah, I know. You guys are fighting on that fantasy thing. It's interesting. There's a lot of stuff going down there. Jeffrey Deason, if he ends up serving 6 games sometime soon, do you think he'll be more Alfred or McFadden? I don't understand why McFadden ain't backing Zeke up right now. Hey, I've said that McFadden is probably the better fit for our team. Obviously, you guys saw Alfred Morris. I didn't see much from him. Again, guys, he's playing against a very tough defense. Zeke is a one-of-a-kind type running back. So when he gets hit and he gets hit 2 yards in the backfield, Zeke, and he gets 3 yards gain, that's a very rare talent you see from any running back. I don't think McFadden or Morris would be able to do that. Obviously, Morris could not do it. And again, him being smaller, him not being really blocking back for protecting the quarterback in a shotgun situation on a passing down, or very good receiving back. I think that's where he loses it to McFadden, guys. And I know McFadden is more injury prone, and he's of course older. But I think McFadden, he's bigger. He's just as fast, if not faster. Maybe not as quick, but he's a better blocker. He's a better receiver. I think McFadden is the one that wins that, guys, eventually. So, yeah, bet. So, guys, now moving over to our receivers, guys, because that's something that's kind of crept up on us this past game. Bryce Butler got injured, guys. He tweaked his ankle. I think it was his ankle. But he was supposed to be limited at practice today. He was back today, full practice. That's a great sign, guys. Bryce Butler, he made a great catch against the Giants on that, and he put himself out there and sprawled out for that pass all the way down to the 3. He gave us a 1st and goal, which our offensive coaching staff, Scott Linehan, decided to throw the ball 3 times to Dak Prescott, who was definitely a little off. They should have ran, guys. They should have ran. They should have fed Zeke. I'm going to keep saying that. I don't care what Jason Garrett or anybody says. That should have been the plan, guys. The best offensive line in the league, the best running back in the league. Come on. Let's see, guys. Let's see here. Tobias with McFadden and Morris underperforming. Do you think Cowboys can take a look at Adrian Peterson? Guys, I like Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson wants to play in Dallas. And I mean, this is near his hometown. I think he's from here in Texas or he's from the area, guys. He wants to play in Dallas. Cowboys overlooked him. They kind of, when DeMarco Murray left, we kind of got McFadden for a cheap price, and then I guess kind of waited to see. We got Zeke, so obviously it paid off. But Peterson is kind of a little older. He's frustrated in New Orleans right now. It's just one game. I don't know if he's the guy you want to spend and break the bank on. So money-wise, I would not advise it. But talent-wise, I mean, he's definitely better than the other two guys on our team right now as far as the backups, in my opinion. And we don't want McFadden getting hurt, and I agree. You know, I do agree with that. We're trying to save him in case something happens to Zeke and he gets suspended. We have McFadden there to pick up those 6 games without fear of getting, of really having to hold them back like we are now. That's why we had Morrison there, probably, guys, to spell Zeke. I think Rod Smith would be a great guy to throw in there, honestly speaking, even over both of those guys. I think he would provide a bigger spark than both McFadden and Morris right now, especially against the Giants, guys. And again, but that game is past. We're looking to the Broncos. And, guys, the Broncos are very similar to the Giants, very similar to the Giants, as if they didn't have, Odell. It's kind of a similar offense, I think, even though they have a little bit, some good players. Got Emmanuel Sanders, and I think they have Decker still. If they do, I know they have, of course, Demaryius Thomas. They have some weapons, but the quarterbacking is where they fall flat. In my opinion, the offensive line is subpar overall. So let's see here. I'm going to run through these real quick and continue some of our news, guys. He fits our system, cheap contract. Cowboys fan can still play behind. Exactly. If he can fit there cheap, guys, I say get Peterson. We'll see what the Cowboys do. Don't count on that this year. Jeffrey Deason. I'm hearing a lot about Dez being limited against his matchup this week. And what do I think? Again, this is one of the best defensive teams in the league, guys. They have great cover guys. I mean, they let JT Ward go, and he's we're looking to like somebody who would fit into our defense and be an upgrade at safety. That means they must have a damn good defense. So I feel like Dez gonna have a somewhat trouble. He's got to play Aqib Talib, guys. He's gonna be matched up. It's gonna be tough. But I do think with Dez's size, I think with all the weapons we have on offense, and obviously he's starting with Zeke. I think if Dak, can have a little bit better game and improve a little bit, than come out the way he did the last one against the Giants, I think we're gonna control. Again, guys, the key is controlling the game, controlling the clock, eating up the yards, eating up the time, and scoring touchdowns, not field goals. That's one of the issues we had against the Giants, and I was very disappointed in that part. We should have won. We should have scored at least 30-something points, 28 to 31 points, guys, and we left a lot of points off the scoreboard. One day it's going to catch up to us and bite us in the butt. So let's see here. Rotus, what's up, man? How you doing? How about them Cowboys? This is damn right. The Giants are 1 point with triple covering Dez. I know, and that's fine. We want that. What do you think? Who's a beneficiary of that? Aside from Witten, who always gets his 4, 5, 6 catches a game, Terrence Williams, guys. Terrence Williams had a big game for him. He had a huge game for him. I think he had like 6 catches. That's big for Terrence Williams. He really kept a lot of the drives going. Third down. I know he went across the middle and got a big gain. He got another one. He followed the offensive line. It was a receiver bubble screen, I think. Great play. It was like 3rd and 11 or 13. He got a first down. Guys, it was a great play calling when it came to down and distance. Not when it came to red zone goal line. I didn't like our play calling. But when it came to, to utilizing the open receiver, Cole Beasley had some passes, some targets. Witten, of course, had his. Dez had his, and they forced a couple to him, I think. But again, I think that it was a big game for Terrence Williams, guys. A surprise on offense, I would say, out of all our players. So let's roll through here, guys. And guys, if you haven't already, I'm going to say it again. Hit the like button for the stream, guys. That helps our popularity. And guys, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please hit subscribe and hit the little bell. It gives you it's a notification bell so that when we do these live streams, guys, you get it on your phone, your device, your tablet, whatever it is, your computer, and you can just jump right in and have some convos here with us. My fiance, my daughter, my fiance's son, we're all usually around and definitely here for the game day live stream reaction, guys. Every single game, you're gonna see what we gotta say about the Dallas Cowboys. Every single game. So be here with us, guys. So let's run through a couple more of these real quick. Rhoda says the Giants are 1 point triple covering. Yep. Ice, H2O, what's up, man? Adrian Peterson's washed up. Again, I do think he could be a good backup, and I don't think the Saints will utilize him right so far. But again, guys, I don't know if the price tag is worth his skills right now. Rhoda, I have no problem with Rod Smith. Give him a chance. There you go. He ain't that much older than McFadden. True, but still, McFadden seems to be more. I guess they're both. I mean, obviously, out of the two backs, McFadden is not as good as Adrian Peterson overall. They're both kind of washed up in that way. But I do think that Peterson's slightly better, but obviously slightly more expensive. So probably don't need him, guys. He's making $3 million. Then we'll see. If it pans out, I would agree that Peterson would be a nice upgrade as our backup. The Broncos don't have Snacks Harrison, and that is true. They don't. Their defensive line is not as good as the Giants' defensive line. So we do have an advantage there, guys, and we might be able to run all over this team. But when it comes to the coverage, guys, and the Giants had great coverage too, it's going to be tough. So Dak's got to be careful handling that ball. We got the altitude to deal with out there in Denver, guys. Mile high. That stuff's hard to play, especially you haven't played there before. And guys, Dak and Zeke, this is their first game in Denver, the first game in the Mile High Stadium. And guys, it's loud. It's going to be, it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be the oxygen level is going to be low. They're going to need some oxygen on the sidelines, guys. I hope they're ready for this. I hope they're prepping right, because with all these hamstrings, we get injuries, and all the way that it seems that our team doesn't seem to be ready when it comes to physically prepared for these games, or for a lot of these little tweaks and hamstring pulls. I really hope the conditioning coaches are on top of things for this game. It's going to be big. Yeah, I know we should use Des like, yep, I agree. Like the way Julio, we shall see if we do. Rodas, the problem I had with Lenahan play calling was not moving Des around. That's another problem too. He doesn't switch it up as much, and doesn't make the Giants stay on their toes in this last game. But again, I think that he had a couple opportunities to get some long touchdowns, guys. Amy can fly. What's up? Lenahan calls plays like we don't have the best running back in offensive line. Exactly. I mean, our offensive line and best running back. I don't care who the best defense is or the best defensive front is. We run the ball, guys. That's what a championship Super Bowl team does. You run the ball when you're first and goal, second and goal, third and goal. Now, Chris Harris is better than Talib. And again, guys, that's what I'm saying. They have a lot of good play. I'm not really all caught up yet. I'm going to do my Madden 18, pregame preview for it, probably the Friday or Saturday night evening. And I'm going to talk about all the players, see how they play, kind of go through their roster and see what they have. I know they're going to be dangerous on defense, and that's something we have to be very conservative with Dak when he's playing. What's up, Sheik Nez? What's up? The Cowboys win on the ground. The ground, guys. Always on the ground. That's the way we're going to win every game. Ground. Feed Zeke, run the ball. And if we establish the run, the sky's the limit, guys. We're going to open up the pass game whenever we want. It's going to be a lot easier to be able to have Dak having open receivers, Beasley underneath. I mean, Williams in the corner, Dez going deep, whatever, guys. Witten in the middle. Everything is opened up if we have that running game established against any team, especially a great defense like the Broncos. Stronger King, what's up, Seattle? What's up? So Tobias, bold prediction: Dak will throw for 300. That would be fantastic, guys. That is a bold prediction, Tobias. I hope you're right. Rodas, yeah, Lenahan, he gets too tricky, too I don't know, too much special stuff with his play calling. He's too fancy with it. Just stay normal, stay rough and rugged. Get in there, run the ball, and get a first down. That's it. Let's keep using the clock. That helps our defense. That's our best. Our best defense is the kind of offense we have, guys, to run that clock and keep that time of possession. Tobias says, yeah, I mean, the whole Peterson thing, you guys heard what I said about that. Steelers have a good defense. Look what happened to them. I know, but I think the Steelers the Seahawks are actually a team that's going to be, slowly and surely, always, as they always do, get better and better. And I think their defense is going to be the team to watch for when it comes to the hardest defense out there. Guys, we played the Giants. We're playing the Broncos, one of the best defenses. The Cardinals have a very good defense. The Rams, very good defenses after that. I mean, guys, we got a tough schedule, a lot of tough defenses, and we still have Seattle in December. So, and another Giants matchup, and the Eagles and Redskins, whatever, guys. It's gonna be a tough season, but so far so good. 1-0. Can't be mad about that, especially that we only allowed 3 points, guys. It's fantastic. So, guys, hey, what's up? How about them Cowboys? How you doing? Rodas, everybody. I'm gonna continue reading some more of these updates, guys. So, hear me out on this, all right, guys? So we talked about Zeke's update. We talked about Tyrone Crawford's, definitely ahead of schedule, feeling better than expected with his ankle. We talked about Skandrick's hand. We talked about Chidobe Awuzie being out there. We talked about Jordan Lewis being out there in practice. Both those guys, full practice, great sign for playing against the Broncos this week. We need them out there. And we need to see what Jordan Lewis can do. Orlando Skandrick, possibly out there, definitely against the Cardinals in Week 3. DeMarco Murray played with the same injury, with his plate in his hand, with a fractured hand. And that's a running back, guys. I'll repeat that. That is a running back running the ball. This is Skandrick. Even though he has to catch, it's more important he's covering properly. He's there. He can knock the ball down. If he can't catch it, knock the ball down. We might need his skills out there if he's able to, which is still he's day to day. If he can be out there, he will be, and we shall see. But right now we have Jordan Lewis back, Chidobe from his injury against the Giant game back. The only person other than those guys I just mentioned, Terrence Williams, unfortunately he hurt his ankle. Bryce, I told you guys about Bryce Butler. Unfortunately, Terrence Williams hurt his ankle as well. He was in and out of the Giants game. That's kind of the big news right now. The fact that he was very limited today in practice. He was out there though. He was out there, but he was not in pads. He was not doing much out there. And Bryce Butler was, so that's a good sign. But Terrence Williams was seen in a walking boot. It's just I think it's more precautionary. He said he'll be fine. But guys, we want to see him out there practicing. Terrence Williams, we want to see him out there at full speed. So hopefully the rest of them doing the right thing. What Terrence Williams technically has is a lateral ankle sprain. So you guys know. So let me just double check this, guys, here. And like I said, Williams did not do much. Our receiver Terrence Williams did not do much in practice today. Very limited. But I do think you're going to see him getting out there more and more as the week goes on. Just letting you guys know again, unfortunately, he was in a boot after the Cowboys beat the Giants on Sunday. I'm referring to number 83, Terrence Williams. So we shall see. That's definitely something to keep an eye on for the rest of this week for the upcoming game against the Broncos. This is his first practice he kind of missed in his career, believe it or not. And guys, the whole thing with Zeke not getting the ball on the goal line, and they asked Zeke today about that, and and it was 1st and goal on the 3, and they did not. They did 3 straight passes, and we had settled for 3 points and left 4 points off the board. Zeke basically just said, "Listen, these are professional coaches. They know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time." Then Zeke is not questioning anything, guys. So he's not. No questions asked. Is Zeke's policy? He's just going to do what the coaches tell him to do, and he's going to trust in Coach Garrett and Lanahan. And again, guys, not the 2 guys I really trust the most, but if Zeke's cool with it, then go for it. Again, of course, you guys know Anthony Hitchens. He's the other guy that didn't practice. So Terrence Williams didn't practice today. In team pads or anything, in team drills. Orlando Skandrick also was taken. Obviously, he just had surgery, so he's not in there. And Anthony Hitchens still, of course, with his knee. Supposed to be another 3 weeks or so, but he's definitely going to be out. Maybe be back in another 3 or 4 weeks. So we'll see what happens with him, guys. But it's great news that we got Jordan Lewis finally out there, full pads, full team drills. Chidobe Awuzie was a little scary at the end of the game. He played a fantastic game against the Giants. He's back out there, full practice, guys. It's fantastic. And, Dak did say about – and, again, he was definitely off, in my opinion. He was off this last game, mainly in the first half, but a couple times in the second half as well. He said, quote, it wasn't a clean game at all, but a win is a win. From a mechanics standpoint, throws, accuracy, not where I want to be. So, guys, he's admitting he's not where he wants to be, and you know what? That's good. I like that he could self-criticize, self-analyze, and then get his act together for this next game and through the whole season, because we need him. We're going to need Dak out there to be better than what he was against the Giants this past weekend. And finally, guys, just so that you know, the injury report's out. I told you about the Cowboys. Anything major about the Broncos? I mean, Aqib Talib was not practicing, but it wasn't an injury-related situation, probably some personal issue. Ron Leary, concussion protocol, guys. He was not in practice today. And Devontae Booker, wrist injury. He's kind of the 3rd running back for them. He was limited. Jamal Charles, again, no injury. Probably a vet day for him. Same thing with Talib. Probably they just had vet days, guys. They didn't practice. So, nothing really new to report from their side of things. Just Leary's the biggest injury they have, which is a concussion. Kind of like Rico Gathers, guys, and it seems like it's going to keep him out. It's going to keep him out of this game right now as things stand. We have to see how. Obviously, we hope for the best with Leary. He helped us a lot during the years he was with us, and we miss him for sure, guys. But he's going to look like he's going to miss this game, unfortunately for him. So, guys, if you have not yet, please hit subscribe if you're new. If you're not and you've been here and you're watching this stream, please hit the like button, guys. We appreciate it. Fiance will be back soon. So will Little J and Little G. And I'm going to just go through some questions from you guys now. All right? So I see Tino the Barber. He's over here. What's up? You'd like to see 2 more Gathers and 3rd and short. Listen, Gathers is not in right now, guys. Remember Tino the Barber. We have Rico Gathers is on the injury reserve now because we held him off of injury reserve until 1 full day he was ready on the 53-man team. Is why we were able to pull him off of that whenever we after 8 weeks. So in 8 weeks we can pull Rico Gathers back off the IR onto our 53-man team, and then we have to release somebody else. If that occurs, that's great, and I want to see that. But guys, right now, this concussion, the whole thing. They're just going to take it easy. This gives us 8 weeks with another player. And, we don't really have to have a tight end right now. Obviously, our offense is looking fantastic. Our guys are open. If Dak gets his act together a little bit better, you're going to see perfection out there, guys, I think. Tobias, you like Jason Garrett. I'm not the biggest fan of Jason Garrett, just being honest. Rack City says Des should have had a touchdown. I agree. That one that hit his hand. But you know what? Janoris Jenkins kind of put him out of position, so I would give him that, even though it looked like a little flag there. It was not called in that play, but he did force Dez out of position, pushed him out of the way. Another one, I agree, was a flag, so they didn't call that one either. How about them Cowboys? Interesting. The Giants have to think about if it should trade OBJ. They're not going to trade Odell. Tobias, breaking, according to Mickey Spagnuolo, Orlando Scandrick won't play Sunday. We'll come back next week. So there you go, guys. Thank you, Tobias and Mickey Spagnuolo. It looks like it's set, guys. It looks like Orlando will not be playing. Orlando Scandrick will not be playing. So that means that we're going to need Jordan Lewis out there full strength. So we're going to have it looks like our starting guys are going to be Anthony Brown on the right and Nolan Carroll on the left. And then we're going to have in the slot Chidobe Awuzie when we're playing nickel. And when we're playing a dime, we got to throw in Jordan Lewis in there, guys. We might have to put also Ben Wickery. Hopefully he's learned the system some and he can go in there and play. That's pretty much it. We don't have any more cornerbacks, guys. The 5th or 6th guy is Orlando Scandrick. So, guys, that's it. That's it. So our 6th guy right now without is Scandrick. He's out at this point. So Ben Wickery has to come in and play. Jordan Lewis better come out there and play. And then we have the other 3 guys, which are basically our nickel starters. So let's see what happens, guys. It's gonna be a little tough. And again, I think we're dealing with a lesser offense in the sense of a quarterbacking standpoint. And not saying that Eli is great, but I think he had more possible weapons at his disposal and a better quarterback. I think Simeon is not that good. I think we'll get some pressure on him and cause the same issues that we had with we caused Eli. So we shall see. Tino the Barber, it's about to be, yeah, I know. Well, it's always going to be Zeke's team as far as he's controlling that ball. It should be really Dak's team, but I think Zeke is the one that everything is controlled by. I mean, without Zeke, you cannot control the clock. Jalen Smith will not have as many opportunities to make the plays he does, as much rest as he's going to need to have in between these games, guys. So, I do think that Jalen Smith can one day become the captain of the defense when Sean Lee moves on, but it's going to be a while, and they're both looking great out there, guys. Be happy we have Jalen Smith because he looks like a seasoned vet after his first NFL game ever. Fantastic. So how about them Cowboys? I figured he wouldn't play Sunday. Don't rush him back. Yeah, same here, guys. Rodas, everybody agrees. Jordan Lewis is going to play. He's going to play Sunday now, guys. You can guarantee that, Rack City. Jordan Lewis will play. Just how good he's going to play, we shall see. He's never been out on the field yet. He's had 3 full practices before the regular season started. He's had 2 more, I think, recently now. But let's see. They're going to put him in dime situations, and hopefully it'll be enough. Stronger King, what's up? The Cowboys and wing regular season, you Cowboys got eliminated the same team. Well, we will see what happens this season, guys. New season now. We won't always get eliminated by the Packers, even though that was a team that knocked us out twice in the playoffs. Revenge is coming. Don't worry, guys. Let's see here. How about them Cowboys? Won't be eliminated in the playoffs. Correct. Tino Barr, shotgun bunch is our bread and butter. That is true. Single back when we're showing that run, and then our shotgun bunch to the left or right. Usually sometimes throwing Witten in the mix with the other 3 receivers. We have, so I like the way the Cowboys are running their offense. I just like the play calling by Leonard Ham and the times that we do it. When we have first and goal in the goddamn one, you run the ball, and you run the ball, and you run the ball. And again, maybe not every single time, but you run the ball. You try to get it. You got the best offensive line, the best running back, guys. What else? I mean, I know everybody knows it's coming. Do it anyways. 3 yards, guys. That's what I remember the 90s, guys. I remember Emmitt Smith. And before we were a Super Bowl team with Emmitt Smith, Aikman, and Michael Irvin, it was always known that you have to establish yourself as a Super Bowl caliber team, you have to run that ball in short distance for first downs and for touchdowns, guys. That cost us 4 points. I believe it cost us 4 points. Now, yeah, we could have had it if Dak would have thrown a better pass on one of those plays, or maybe we got a completion in the end zone. Everybody celebrating, we didn't think about it. I still would be complaining about it, guys. I do not like throwing the ball in those situations. Didn't anybody learn about the Seattle Seahawks and Patriots in the Super Bowl? You run Lynch, okay? Even if the whole stadium knows it, you run them. The Cowboys even have less of an excuse when you have the best offensive line. By everybody's standards, the best offensive line in the league, and to me, obviously the best running back in the league. But to most people's standards, if not the best, one of the top 3 running backs in the league. Especially now with David Johnson gone for basically the season. So, guys, I mean, how can you not run the ball? There's no excuse. Sorry, Jason Garrett. Sorry, Scott Linehan. And sorry, anybody who agrees with them. I disagree with you guys. Cowboy fans are not. Let me see here. Cowboys microphone cover. That's why, guys, watch the ads. If you want to donate, there's a Patreon account. We just doing this for fun. It's not about the money. But if we do want to improve our equipment as we go on with this, we really improved it like 2 or 3 times. And we have different sceneries and backgrounds, guys. So we're going to try to get better with this stuff. But, watch the ads. There's some good ads that are related to football ads. If you watch them all the way through, it helps us out in a way of like donating. So we appreciate every one of you guys who do watch the ads. Or if you have YouTube Red or whatever, then congrats. We still a donation in a way every time you guys watch our video. So hit the like button, guys, and hit subscribe if you haven't. Let's see here. You like Brown at the slot. Anthony Brown, I do not like. Rack City, I do not like Anthony Brown in the slot. He's more of an outside cover, right side cover. I said this before. I said this throughout the last 2.5 months we've been started this channel. Anthony Brown last year, from the middle of the season when he was playing full-time corner, he allowed, out of all the cornerbacks in the entire NFL, from the middle of the season on to the end of the season, the regular season last year in 2016, he was the best cover corner in the league when it comes to allowing yardage on your man that he's covering. He was the best in the league. Now, I'm not saying he's to that talent-wise, but you saw the Raider game, he looked shaky, guys, in the preseason. But this last game against the Giants, boy, he was in every deep coverage. He was where he was supposed to be. He had the interception. He made some great plays, guys. Anthony Brown, I loved him. I thought he had the sophomore slump out of all the sophomores. But honestly, he started off great out the box. Right now, Dak's looking like a little bit of the sophomore slump. I like Anthony Brown on the outside. I like him being able to play his zone coverage as well. I like what we have right now with him. And Nolan Carroll on the left side. For now, he's doing his job right. He's making tackles. He's forcing running backs to cut inside. I'm not hating on Carroll yet, although I don't know when. I'm sure it'll be sometime soon from what I know his style is. Tino the Barber says, Cowboys 27, Denver 19. I like that, guys. I like that. I like that prediction. That sounds very good. And again, I would like to see Noah Brown play, especially if Terrence Williams does not play. I think you see Bryce Butler take over for, and that's how about them Cowboys asking this question. I think Terrence Williams will be replaced by a Bryce Butler style guy, but I do think that if Terrence Williams cannot play, and I think he will, but if he cannot play, he will be an inactive. And then you move Noah Brown as an active. So I agree with you on that. How about them Cowboys? It's a good point. Great point. And again, I haven't thought about what the final score is going to be, Tino the Barber. I like your prediction right now. I think it might be a little bit lower scoring. It really depends, but just based on the 19-3 game we had against the Giants at home, we're playing at Denver. It might be more like a 24-13 kind of game, something like that. But I'll do more analyzing throughout the rest of the week, and I'll give you a better idea what I think it will be. How about them Cowboys? Stronger King, okay, yeah, you guys do your thing. Talk of that. Divisional, Tico. Just imagine if we added quarterback bootleg in the read option. And again, I think we do have that in our arsenal, guys. I do think we have the quarterback bootleg play. You see Dak always doing that play action. He runs around, and I know it's from the read option. It's a whole different thing. And actually, they used that, I think, the third play of offense with Dak running forward into the line to get the first down on third down and short. But we don't want to hurt Dak. We don't want to run him too much, guys. So we want to make sure we keep him healthy and fresh. How about the Niners and Ravens Super Bowl? Should I run the ball? I mean, exactly. You guys know the deal here. Play action, exactly. Play action is fantastic for the Cowboys, and what's his name? Tino the Barber is saying that. I mean, I love that play. He basically has 3 levels, Dak, to choose from. After the play action, he has to dump it off. He had, I think yesterday was Swain, who I saw underneath, and sometimes Witten. The next level, 5 or 10 yards down, is Witten. usually, or someone like a Terrence Williams. And then deeper is someone like, or sometimes it was Beasley as a second guy. But the deep guy is usually Terrence Williams, Des Bryant, Bryce Butler spreading the field. So he has 3 levels to throw, and he could also run it if he needed to, guys. So, we've seen him do that as well. So it's a great play action bootleg kind of to the other side. It's fantastic. We love that play. It works fantastic for our squad. So let's see here. They will add the read option long season for sure. I agree. Just don't run Dak too much. I don't want anybody injuring him. Chris P, what's up? How you doing? I don't know you're at Christopher Plancy live stream, but nice to meet you. Hopefully you hit subscribe, you hit like for the stream. Guys, anybody else on here, please hit like. If people search for it, it actually brings it up more often. And guys, I appreciate you guys being out here with me, listening to me ramble about the Dallas Cowboys, the team we all love. And, that's pretty much all the news, guys. We went through everything. I answered a bunch of your questions. Thank you. Yes. Actually, guys, the insurance is going to be coming up big for us because, yes, our house sustained a lot of roof damage. Not like trees falling in kind of deal, but a lot of issues where, leaks and stuff that can really hurt the house. So we were on top of that. Screen doors broken, blown off, garage doors, kind of punctured. So, we didn't get out scot-free, but we definitely, are alive. And that's the most important thing, guys. So that's awesome. Chris P, my favorite player of all time, Emmitt Smith, my favorite player right now on this team is, I think he's the one that leads the whole thing in the sense of it controls the game, and that's Zeke. But I do think that Dak is my favorite player as far as, a leader. Okay? The true leader is Dak. The true key to our team is Zeke. But the leader is Dak. And again, guys, with Dez, with Witten, these guys are concrete, guys that we can lean on when Dak and Zeke need a little bit of whatever it is that they might be lacking in a game, like Dak did this past one. And our defense, I think Sean Lee, he's the leader of the team. I think Jalen Smith is playing with unbelievable amounts of confidence, guys, to the point where, he's becoming a leader already. In his first game and just what he's done, where he's come from, where he's at now. He's just a natural leader, a natural somebody who players on the team want to follow behind and support. So it's gonna be great. Ouch. Let me see here. How about them Cowboys? Did you know Dak could set a record Sunday? Yeah, I think if he doesn't throw an interception, that'll be 18 games, and he'll only have 4 interceptions. Right now, it's 17 games with 4 interceptions. If that's the record you're talking about, I think that he's gonna get it. He's very careful. He's very smart the way he throws the ball. He picks and chooses his time right when it comes to, taking a chance, throwing the ball. So I think that he's definitely very good at protecting the ball, not having turnovers, guys. We had 0 turnovers this game, guys. That's huge. That's wins and loses games, guys. And the Giants had 1. They had another forced fumble by Jalen Smith with Sean Lee holding him up while Jalen Smith hit him. Guys, you couldn't ask for more from our defense. The way they played, the way they tackled, the way they read the offense, the way Sean Lee, Jalen Smith played in the middle, the way our corners played, with only 4 guys in the game, the way Jeff Heath played. I got to give it to him. I've been a hater of his since forever. He had a great game. He covered Evan Ingram very well. I got to give it to them. They had a great game plan on defense. Marinelli got those guys playing, guys. He's got them playing. I cannot wait till we get the Montre Moore and we get David Irvin back. Gosh. And then of course in a couple of weeks, Hitchens as well. We're gonna be. If this is the way our defense is gonna look, we're a team to be reckoned with, guys. People are gonna be scared of us. So 500 attempts. That's it with less interceptions. There you go. So he has that 4. So he needs 3 passes basically, guys. He goes over 500. 2 passes hits 500 without as an attempt, just an attempt, even if it's incomplete. 2 of those and he gets 500 with only 4 interceptions, guys. That's unbelievable. Think about that, guys. I don't think anybody's ever done that in the history of the NFL and its 100 years of being played. So, guys, again, thank you, Tobias, for the breaking news about Orlando Scandrick. He is out for this week, which means we're going to move probably Benny Benwickery, our other cornerback, our 5th corner, into the active lineup. You might see Terrence Williams, depending on what happens the rest of the week. You might see him getting moved off inactive and moving Noah Brown on the active list. A lot of things still wait to see, guys. But right now, we're preparing for the Broncos. Guys, let me know what you guys think as far as 2 things, guys. Long shot. Do you want my daughter to do that tonight? Because she has no school tomorrow. She's going to probably be playing around with that, tinkering with that. She might do a little bit of long shot, maybe finish it up tonight. But that's a Madden stream thing. You guys are more than welcome to jump on and join us and chat. She'll be on the microphone, the headset. And the other thing, guys, I have the compilation done, guys, of our reaction from Sunday night's big, huge victory against the Giants. The live stream reaction are the good, the bad, and the ugly, guys. There's some funny stuff on there. It's about 7 minutes long in total. It's fast moving. It's just little clips of the whole night, just you know, in the hurricane and of course of the game and our reactions to all that stuff. It was pretty interesting, guys. So let me know if you want me to upload that as well. I was thinking of doing that tomorrow and uploading it tomorrow. I'm doing a couple of finishing touches on that. So either way, we had one earlier today with my daughter doing the reaction stream. We had this one. We might do long shot. I see Tobias is down with long shot, so she might do that. It's really up to her, guys. But if not today, it'll be tomorrow. And then guys, and then the fourth video, if we do long shot, the other video would be the reaction video. So I might release that later tonight. Not sure yet. It's kind of getting a little later, so we'll see. Maybe I'll save it for tomorrow, guys, and get you a little special on that. And of course, we'll be back for another live stream tomorrow evening to wrap up the day. The Cowboy updates. Hopefully, better news with all our players. But Skandrick's out. You know, Jordan Lewis is going to play. We'll see who else they move up in the active spot, and we'll see about Terrence Williams as well, guys. Other than that, much love. Thank you for joining us today. We've been on for a while. Let me just double check it before I log it out. My daughter will probably do long shot, guys. We have 40 minutes. Thanks again, guys, for all your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. I'm glad that this channel is lit, guys. You guys help this happen, guys. So I appreciate it. My fiance appreciates it. She's busy with schoolwork right now in college. My daughter appreciates it. My fiance's son appreciates it. We all do. And guys, remember, very important, 2 words. Go Cowboys! Peace out, guys. Go Cowboys.